It's Sotheby's. Oliver and Sawyer. Hello, Oliver. Isn't he adorable? There, now he's done for the day. That's all you need, Oliver. Boom. He's like my sidekick. Maybe I'm his sidekick. Most likely his sidekick. Okay. We're back to winter. And it's cold. I mean, it's cold here. Now he's looking at me with expectation. Another man with expectation. Oh no, Oliver, what will I do? Now, let's get going. Who wants to listen to me talk, right? So let's just sit really super tall. Wherever you are. I don't care. Maybe you're sitting on a ball. Maybe you're sitting on your roller on the floor, just the long way, just boom, just sit on top. So as you inhale, pull the air in through your nose. Inhale, pull the air in. Widen your ribs and lungs. And as you exhale, wrap the ribs and force the air out. Good. Laterally pull those ribs open. Inhale. And as you exhale, close those ribs. And I mean they close. They go poof and close. Now there's a little muscle inside your shoulder joint. Inhale through the nose. Hit it in here. And as you exhale, close the ribs and get rid of, forcefully push that air out. Pull the air in through the nose. Don't depress and lower. I'm talking, so I'm kind of making different movements. And then exhale. Now your job is to just keep sitting taller and taller. So as we go, you should be getting taller. I'm going to kill the sound a little bit here. You gotta love a little Morrison in the afternoon. But I want you to be able to hear me, and I don't want to struggle to speak over this. Now again, my legs are kind of lackadaisical, and I'm kind of here or there. Get this square powerhouse set up. This this rectangle is very even. It doesn't shift or twist or turn. Lift, and if this is hard, sit and look in a mirror. Start to breathe. Here we go again. Inhale through the nose. And remember, this is core work. And I'm going to tell you a secret, and always a delicious secret. Exhale, push that air out. Force it out. Don't make a face. Don't purse your lips. You don't want that. It's just like smoking. You don't want to make that face. Inhale. Years of practice, and if every time you exhale, you purse your lips, that's an issue. Exhale. Keep your lips complacent and part and just push the air out. Inhale again. And I want that rib woof open like bellows. And then force the air. Close under the rib cage. Last one. Pull that air in. And if you feel a little dizzy, hello, thank you. Sheep high. There you go. Good. Good. Nice work. Now, so that's a little breathing. Just a little more reiteration. Now, you've heard of the pec major. That's here. You know what that looks like. Everybody kind of pops that pec. Real deep in the cuff of the shoulder is the pec minor. When you pull the air in through the nostril, it hits all these areas around the nerve, or around that area of the sinus. And when you hit down into this shoulder, inside this cuff, it opens the top 4 ribs. And when those top 4 ribs open, the lungs take a beautiful ride. And remember, when those lungs open, look, if you're over here opening those ribs around your heart, think of how wonderful that is, as opposed to crushing it and causing it not to beat correctly. So good. Take your bar. We've talked about how to make, if you have a broomstick and want to cut the ends off, don't get in trouble. Don't tell them I told you could do it. I'm sitting in a little bit of what's called first, or you could be in neutral. It's a little bit harder here. If you wanted to make that just a little more accessible and a little more correct, get this thing right in between here. All right, because then your inner thighs are connected and your secondary powerhouse is connected, which means your pelvic floor is working. Now lift your chest, tilt back for 5. I'm lifting. I'm looking out the bottom of my eyes for 4 and 3. Now, if you have a couch or something, you want to tuck your toes underneath it, that would be fine. Just don't use this muscle here. Use the ends of the rectus here. Inhale. You can pull yourself forward, from here. Look at me, I added booty, add that tush. I got a little bit of that tushy booty pop. Last one, inhale, tushy booty pop, and come home. Let's keep moving. Good. Side to side for 10, 9. I'm not shortening, I'm lengthening my spine for 4 and 3. We're going to keep moving 2 and 1. Wrap your elbow behind you, push your elbow forward. Good. Here we go. Left behind you, right elbow pushes forward. As you turn to the left, pull your left shoulder blade into your spine to turn deeper. Your spine's a dotted line. Fold on the dotted line, opposite rib cage to hips. Force the air out. Last one. Inhale, exhale, force the air out. And bring it back home. Take this out and roll the boat. Now get this guy, if you have him here, that's a good idea. Roll your boat, but get him out of the way. And look in. Now, here's my secret. The more you exhale, the more calories you expel. You don't need to burn calories as heat to get rid of it. It's it's kind of rolling around or roaming in your atmosphere inside of you. The more you exhale, the more you eradicate or rid yourself of unwanted CO2. Now kind of reach the other direction. If you want to drop that and kind of go a little bit deeper, go for it. I think I'll just scoot forward a little bit more to do that for 4. These actually feel pretty good. I'm not trying to reach my toes. I'm trying to lift up and over for 3. Oh, good. Here we go. Sorry, I was pushing wrong direction for 2. And roll your boat for 1. Roll it back up and sit back tall. If you want to go ahead and get your yoga block, great, good for you. You can even put it this way and then connect your heels together. This might be a little bit easier for some of you to sit this way. With your legs in neutral, it's a much harder position. Now, we're going to take that rotation that you created by folding in half, fold your spine. So take your rib cage and fold to the opposite hip, kick the rib, pull it home. Fold, kick, unhook, home. Last set. Kick it and come back home. Last time the other side. Lift, fold, wrap, tilt. Just that little tilt. What? Bring it home and take a little break. Good. Remember to exhale. Exhale as much as you can. I have a stick. Oh, this I'll get in trouble with. Let's put this guy away. Like I said, you can use this kind of like, as some of you have worked with me enough that you know what a short box is. Now, this is a nice way to just kind of sit. If you had your couch or something, you can be right here. If I had my stability ball, I could have it here. Otherwise, I can just hug. Watch what this bottom elbow does. It comes in for 4. We practiced this a little bit yesterday for 3. See how that elbow kind of pushes my rib cage out for 2. Keep moving. And 1. Good. Now, take a stretch for 5. And curl. Rib cage away from the hip. Back bend. Now, like squeeze, squeeze. Rib cage. I'm getting warm. Good. 2 more. Lift. Arch into that back bend. Squeeze tush. Rib cage up and over. Hook. There's a close here, right here. Close this. Last one. I'm holding. I'm pulling with my legs. I'm pushing in. I'm pulling everything in. So it's not so hard. It's not all from here. I'm just, everything's pulling. Last one. I know I took a lot of time. Good. Just take a little twist. Inhale. And exhale. Twist deeper. Inhale. Lift your spine. And now you're just trying to fold. Don't force this. Just fold in half. Don't turn your face. It's not about your face turning. It's about your spine as it dotted line, and just fold rib to opposite hip. And unfold that and bring it back home. All right, so today we're going to work on little ITBand issues. If you're a leg crosser, for certain you're dealing with ITBand issues. If you're a runner, I guarantee you you're doing that. Maybe you were a high heel wearer. So go right into it for 5. And here's a real big cue and a big clue to everyone. We're going to use the foam core roller today. Never roll out your ITBand. Never. And reason being is the peroneal nerve, which is just an offshoot from the sciatic nerve, it runs right through that area. I know I did a lot of those. Now, lift. Oh, don't push the belly up. Pull that navel in and curl forward. This is hard position. Drop that knee down. Drop it down. You can be on the floor doing these too. They're harder. And lift up. Hold it back home. 4 more. I'm pulling. Everything kind of comes up. And then curl it back home. Last one. Inhale. And bring it back and home. Now lift the chest. Now take that right blade and kind of turn the spine just a little bit more. Looking straight forward. Hold that little peach under your chin to the sternum. Good. Lift up and unhook. Oh, let's take that, unhook that. Let's get rid of this guy. Here's my tissue. The things in it's been really cold here still. Oh, I wrote myself a note. Rather than having to remember anything, why go there, right? Okay, so this is the ITBand series. I'll include this in the setup. Side lying leg series. We're just going to whip through this because you've been doing this with me for a while. So we don't need to take a little time. Let's get into this. Line it up. Bring your knees forward. Keep your bottom leg bent and kick your legs straight up. My lower waistline came off. You saw that. Now if I needed my barrel at this point, maybe I wanted to hang on to it and it helped me out a little bit. Kick, kick. Pull back for 5. Kick, kick. Pull back for 4. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe I don't want it. And 2, kick, kick. I can't count. Last one, kick, kick. And pull back. Now kick that leg out there. Get that for 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1. Good. Circle forward. Always forward first. Remember, really complacent, relaxed, beautiful face. Reverse. Unscrew that leg. Kick it out. Get it away from you. Get it away. For 3 and 2. Good. Feel the beauty of that movement. And 1. Good. Just a little spot. A stretch. How does this feel? Nowhere man? It's nowhere man, Sooz. I get it. Then if that hurts, here's your stretch. And you go, okay, I can manage that. And you can even roll a little bit if you wanted to. But just be careful. It's not a big move. You always want to keep this joint right here stable. That's your SI joint. We'll go into that another time. Now, so what do we got next? Oh yeah, clams. All right, kids. Clams, you've all heard about them. The thrill show called the clam. The inner heel or ankle, the inner heel will touch. Some people will ask you to pull that bottom leg off. I'm not sure if you need that, especially because it can really affect that SI joint again. Now, there's little muscles that surround the insertion of this femur right back here. Little gemellis and obturators. Let those guys turn the bone. They kind of grab that bone and turn it. Good, 2 more. And turn right in that little target. If you thought of your bun as a target right in the middle. Good, and last one. Good, nice. Now you can do as many of those as you like, but now you know the right way to do them. I'm so bossy. I come about that in a very fair way. You know what I'm talking about. All right, lunar liftoff. It's similar, it's a bridge without flexion. It's just an ironing board that lifts and lowers. It's a good one. The important part here is, again, if you want to know if you're doing this correctly, what will really help you do this correctly is get this little yoga block between the knees, because then your inner thighs are going to stay connected. If your inner thighs fall apart and your knees come apart here, your inner thighs aren't working. That means your powerhouse, secondary powerhouse isn't connected. Everything gets harder. You're probably probably going to get hurt. It's real easy to get hurt that way. Right, where am I? Oh, I've got all my marks figured out. I'm trying to be in my frame. Here we go. Think of opening your sternum, opening your chest, lunar liftoff. Just push those hips up. Push up for 10. Tap down. Push your knees over your toes. Squeeze your booty. Now, I'm looking into the future. If I look straight up, I have a tendency to maybe pinch the occipital lobe. You don't want to pinch those nerves or those blood veins underneath that little ridge at the back of your neck. The brain pan, right, Dennis Taylor? And 2 more. 2. Get that up there and hold. I can't count. 10, 9. Stay up. Don't let the booty drop. That's dangerous. It doesn't even feel good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that flat down. Now, you'll see some people say, and for added credit, do one leg up. Really super hard. If you think you're there and you need to try that one, I'd like to see a video of that. Send it along. Oh, this one. I should have tried this one first. Oh my God. All right, so let's do a little, it's just a little, it's kind of a hip push up to the ceiling. I've modified the heck out of this so it looks nothing like what they talked about. I'm just going to look straight forward and think of my upper body between 2 planes of glass. I'm just trying to get a little arch out of my rib cage. Lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They want you to do a full hip, which I can kind of do, but give me a break. I do this every day. And I get paid to do this, and that's super dangerous, so be careful if you try that. This one's called the Iron Cross. Contralateral Iron Cross. I say let's try it. Oh, here we go. Maybe next time I could have things, like I said, I just kind of threw this list together. This is for you, Betsy Manzoni and Claire Smith. Make sure your mother does this workout tonight. Poor thing. I truthfully like having a little prop underneath my neck. I have a lot of neck issues, and that tends to help me out quite a bit. You can put a TheraBand on your foot. You don't need a TheraBand. You don't need a magic circle. You could use a kitchen towel. If you have those elastic bands, be careful of those handles. Those guys can slide off and they can hit you in the face, because I've done it. Now, the leg reaches away and then it kind of pulls and pull, but I'm not letting the hip lift. For 5, it wants me to pull this leg way over here, but I'm going to start sideways first. And 3, kind of call it more of a tick-tock, and 2, and then 1, kick it out to the side, then contralateral, pull it. Watch this elbow pull just a little bit. My lower back's not touching. It's not like, oh, look at me. And 2, and 1. Go take that foot out. Woo! Ooh, Debbie Baum, how about a little bit of Jim Morrison? Oh! Sit heavy in the hip with the leg that's being worked, okay? Tick-tock. If I want to work my inner thigh and core, I cross my pubic bone with my foot. I cross the pubic bone. Why? That's my midline. When I cross my pubic bone, don't move this leg. 4, 3, my core has to work. My inner thighs are my secondary powers. That's my core. Contralateral. So, opposite hand is leg. Just give it a ah. And pull. Woo! It shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't be a drastic, like, tear. Nothing hurts. 4, you know, later I even want to know nothing should hurt critically. I don't want anything torn because it's not worth it. Where are you going that you have to get in shape today? And last one. Good. Nice. Take that circle or strap or whatever you have. Just pull your knees into your chest. Roll up. Nice. Take a little breather. All right, Betsy Manzoni. My beautiful Betsy. And all my girls at Metropolitan Place. We're fancy. Now, I'm just kind of sitting into this easy. Oh, but let that leg right here, what am I doing? It's this one. Let this get a little loose here. I'm not trying to crush this. If this is too much, this is a little hard, but grab a pillow and kind of sit up there. Or sit on a stool. Or just get over your bad self and stick your leg out. You don't have to do, or sit on the side of the couch. There's always something to do. I'm laughing because the only thing my father would ever say to us as kids, if we had a problem, oh dad, oh dad, oh dad, oh father, oh father. His solution for everything was, what? Oh, go run it off. So we're not going to run it off right now. We're just going to take a little stretch. Sit heavy in those hips, kind of take the ankles. Don't grab your feet. Never grab the feet. Just kind of lean yourself. Watch my elbows. I'll pull my core in, pull myself forward for 4. I'm not trying to fall into myself. I'm curling. Make a shape for 3. Make a mechanical shape. That shape doesn't change. It doesn't become more dramatic as you move. Each time you just fix the function of it. As I come over, my tush is squeezing and pushing me over 1. Good. Yay. Take it to the other side. Ooh. Now, don't force it. If this is too much, you're right here. Maybe you start here and then sneak this guy over like a shy horse. You sneak your little saddle or bridle or however you're going to break it. Now sit just a gentle sit. Ooh, this one, it's always probably going to be my right hip. Maybe I need that. Oh, gently pull that knee towards you. This should not hurt, especially anyone with a little ITBand issue. If you're having that issue, remember the insertion. Never take that roller and roll this. I will come and I will find you in the heat of the night. The heat of the night. So if you have a little massage tool, this isn't one of course, but you could just take this and just rub, get a little tennis ball or my little blasters I like to use. Try to stack. Our eventual cause is we're trying to get the knees to be directly on top of each other. Sit gently, make sure your spine is tall, that you're not leaning or lopping to one side. Lift yourself, so I'm lifting up and over for 4. In thinking of you from Sawyer tonight, I had a very frustrating day. Filling out applications for these small business loans, only to realize after 4 hours of things not working, they take money to apply for these loans. And so you're like, well, of course it does. It's an enterprise. It's an economy that needs to keep moving. So anyway, that was my frustration for the day. Oh, so I thought, what better way to get my yayas out than to take you guys down this road with me, right? Here we go. Now, working on the foot, we're going to get off the floor, long toes. Don't lean back unless you think you can. This can cause distress. Be careful. You can sprain a foot there. See my wrist? I'm not using my thumbs and my fingers. Make a nice surface. Turn your toes under and gently stretch back. Dorsiflexion, curl, curl. I don't care how many of these you do. If you could do 10 of these. If this hurts, kneel on your bed. I mean, you find a place to do it. You know me. I will come over there. I will tell you to go for a run. Run it off. And last one, then kind of push yourself backwards. Get a little tiny momentum. Your toes are under. Now, I have not good feet. There's been some issues with a lot of the surgery I've had. Push through the feet, through the heels, strip or pull, heads down. Then I unwind, and we're done for the day. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's the ITBand issue for strength and for stretch. Take care.